Hello, and welcome to this brief overview of Microsoft Teams. My name is Jason. I'm going to be walking you through a high-level overview of Microsoft Teams. We'll go into some additional details in later videos. How you get to Microsoft Teams is pretty straightforward. We're going to go to our Outlook at Office 365 web account. You're going to click on these 9 little ellipses here, and you should find Microsoft Teams here. If for whatever reason you don't, just click on All Apps, and you can scroll down through the list of available applications until you get to Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is essentially a communications and collaboration hub in the Microsoft environment. This is a part of our Office 365 tool set, and it's a pretty straightforward application to use. But it also has some pretty complex and robust integrations, which we'll get into in another video. Quite simply, you have this universal type and search and command bar here. So if I wanted to start a communication with someone, be it a chat message, I could quickly here hit enter, and it's going to send that. I'm not going to send that because Dave's traveling this week, but there's a lot of different things you can do within this universal search bar. I can also click here on this new chat, and it's going to open up a new chat window, and I can choose anyone in our Active Directory, and I can begin a chat conversation. As you see here, I already have a chat with Michael Penny going. I can also add other people to the chat, and so we can create a group chat very straightforward and very easily. You can name that group chat if you like. As you see here, I have one set up called Oklahoma City Sales Team. So a lot of functionality, a lot of different things that you can do. Here you have your activity feed. This basically shows conversations and people that you're following or things that you're mentioned in. Chat has two main features. You have recent chats. Here's this new one I created. I'm going to discard it. You can pin chats. So if you're having a chat with someone that you want to keep kind of at the top, maybe it's someone you communicate with often, you can do that very quickly and add that to your pinned section. If you don't want to show someone that you have in chat, you can go here and click hide, and that person's chat won't show up in your recent stream. You also have contacts here. You can group these in different categories, really easy to set up. As you can see, again, I have the Oklahoma City Sales Team here. You can build out as many of these groups as you want. And you can favorite, like you see, people that you communicate with often, very easily done. In any of these chat queues, you have a conversation. So this is the essential chat that you're having. You also have any files that you have exchanged between you. You can see where this individual sits within the organization, who their peers are, who they report to, etc. You can see any activity they've had lately. And you can add different integrations and functions to the chat. I'm on the web version. On the web version, video is not supported. On the desktop version, video is supported. So you can hop right into a video chat or a phone chat, or you can add additional people to the conversation very easily. So that's the chat feature. As we look at Teams, Teams are a little more similar to what we have experienced with the Slack tool that we've been using. So here's the Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Northwest Arkansas team. You have various channels, and these channels you can favorite ones that you want to see on a regular basis. And then where you have these more channels, these are channels that I've not favorited. So they show up, on an as-needed basis. You can see that you still have, this dark highlight. And if you're ever mentioned specifically, it'll show up with this @mention over here on the lower right, and it will actually show up as a part of your chat if you're mentioned within a team. Now, each team page has conversations. So these are conversations that have taken place in that channel. You can see their YouTube videos, documents that are exchanged show up here in the files section. This wiki. A wiki is essentially just a quick reference. So you can create notes of reference very easily. I took some notes in the sales meeting today for Oklahoma City So you can see these sales notes from our sales meeting are here. They're available to everyone in the group. And you can have, once you build more and more notes, you can click here in these three little lines and quickly reference various notes. And you can also add different applications. So you can see right here in the general channel for our team, we have RedZone. And this is actually going to be importing a full functioning version of Trello directly inside of Teams. Now, this space over here on the left, this title bar, is taking up quite a bit of room. So one of the things I can do is I can click on this expand tab, and it minimizes the title bar away. And now I have a fully functioning version of Trello all within the Microsoft Teams application. Now, first time I'm loading it in a while, it may take a minute to load. It's not going to be quite as responsive because it's embedded into the Teams API, but you do have full functionality of Trello right from within here. You can also communicate. You can, have text messages and messages exchanged here very easily, and a lot of other things that you can do with Microsoft Teams and the Trello integration here. And you can also integrate into any of the channels a lot of different applications. Trello is one, Microsoft Planner is another really strong one that I've enjoyed using. And there are literally, tens of hundreds of different applications that you can find and integrate into your channel, depending on what you need there. You can be a part of multiple teams. As you can see here, I have a handful of teams that I'm a part of. And you can have your favorites easily accessible as well. Now, meetings, this is going to take you to a full access and integration with your Microsoft Calendar. So as you can see here, as I look at tomorrow, I have a handful of things going on. This one being purple shows that it's actually a meeting within Microsoft Teams. So what that allows me to do is I can join, and it will allow me to do screen sharing, video conferencing, teleconferencing, all within the Teams app. And it has some very robust features. Now you can click here and get to a list view or an agenda view of what you have going on, or you can get into that calendar view that we were showing just a few minutes ago. Now, files, you have recent files that you've opened within the Office 365 environment. You have files that have been exchanged either from you or to you in the Microsoft Teams environment. And then you have access to your OneDrive in Office 365. Now, there are multiple cloud storages that you can add in, everything from Dropbox to Box to Google Drive. Not sure how our governance supports that, but I do know that OneDrive is supported, so that would be my recommendation there. And then if you click these ellipses, there are a lot of additional apps that you can go in and bring in to your Microsoft Teams. You just go to the store, and they're broken down by category here, and there are hundreds of applications that you can integrate in. To download the application to your desktop, you just click Get App here. Very easy to do. And to manage your settings, you're just going to go over to your little image here or your name and go into settings, and you can work through it. So that is a very high-level overview of Microsoft Teams. Hopefully this has given you a foundation of what it is, how to navigate around it. And in later videos, we'll dive in much more detail around various functionalities and how you can get more from your team collaboration. Thanks for watching. Hope it's been helpful.